alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the bad movie cult. Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the bad movie cult.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bad Movie Cult podcast. I am your host, Dominic Lawton. I am joined, as always, by Mr. Ken B. Wild.
Wow!
Hello. So, we're coming at you with a bonus episode this week. And in this bonus episode, we're talking about the films we've watched in February.
Short month, but there's still plenty of time to watch some fucking films.
Yeah, we'll talk about sort of some of the stuff we watched, some of the stuff we liked, some of the stuff we didn't like. Have a little discussion. It's not going to be an overly long episode. Who's starting?
You, always.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Okay, so I'm starting off with a film I fucking hated.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it, listeners?
You like that?
Yeah.
This film was released this year. It's brand new.
Fucking hell.
And it is Heart Eyes.
Oh, yes. Oh, dear. You've not started that off very positively. I've seen conflicting reviews.
For the past several years, the Heart Eyes killer has wreaked havoc on Valentine's Day by stalking and murdering romantic couples. This Valentine's Day, no couple is safe. I fucking really didn't like this.
Oh.
I didn't like the killer. You know what? The guy who did this, it's Josh Rubin, the director. He actually has a cameo in this, and I was like, I know that fucking guy. He did The Werewolves Within. He directed that, which I think you liked, didn't you?
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, we've discussed it. It's the
Okay,
black.
yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's based on a game.
Yes.
Yeah, I never knew it was. But yeah, I did quite like that.
Oh, you very quickly reminded yourself of what it
I
was.
know which one. No, I thought it was
Yeah.
a different werewolf one.
Yeah, it's the black sheriff turns up to the town.
Yeah, I thought it was quite good fun.
Yes, I didn't really like that one, but I did like Scare Me that he did, which is on Shudder, which was the guy and the girl telling each other horror stories. They're snowed in and they're writers. Did you ever see that
I
one?
don't know if I have. It's probably on my list.
Yeah, and he also was in A Wounded Fawn. He was the main guy in it.
Which I did like.
Yes, I really liked that too. So some stuff I've seen of him I really liked, and he directed this. Really didn't like it. I didn't like the guy in it, Mason Gooding, plays Jay Simmons. I didn't like his character. The main girl, Olivia Holt, didn't like her in it either.
I don't know any of these people.
I just didn't like their chemistry together. I didn't like the dialogue. It's very... I think it's just aimed at the age bracket below me now, which is sort of a disappointing thing to have to tell myself, but I just...
You okay talking about this now? Is this why you don't like it?
Yeah.
Because it just reminded you were too old
And I'm getting old
to
now.
enjoy it.
Yeah, I just didn't like any of the characters. Her friend is like, God, I think you know what this is? This seems to be aimed at this is like a horror film for women. Lots of female things are spoken about. There's a bit where she takes him back to the house and there's like a vibrator on the table behind him and she's trying to move it out of the way. And the killer is absolutely idiotic.
Is there any gore in it?
Yes.
Is it
To
good?
be honest, there is some of the kills that are okay, but by and large, I just really couldn't get on with this film. I didn't like the humour, and I didn't really like nothing of the actual plot I liked, and I didn't like the beginning bit with the influencers redoing their marriage. I kind of get it. It's like they're having a go at influencer culture where it's capturing the perfect moment, and he proposes to her, and it's like, oh no, the lighting wasn't good, and all this sort of stuff. Let's redo it again. You know, all that sort of shit.
Yes, I do, yeah.
So there is that, but ultimately I didn't like any of the characters. I think I'm just too old, so everyone just annoyed me.
Fair enough.
And
Recommended there, everyone.
The ending's fucking stupid. Which is a shame. And everyone's saying, like, oh, this is like... I think the guys who wrote this also wrote Happy Death Day, which I actually liked. I liked the first Happy Death Day. And I think that's mainly because Tree, the girl who plays Tree, the main girl, is very, like, she's funny in it. She's a good actress. And I think the main girl in this isn't as good.
My daughter bought me Happy Death Day 1 and 2 box set on Sky on my PlayStation when I wasn't in the room, and she paid for that, and then started watching the first one because she pressed the button again, so I couldn't get a refund. Yeah, I'd already seen them. Never watched them since I bought it, then stopped having Sky, so I haven't got them anyway. So, yeah. So, bad memories everywhere. How about that? How about that then? Interrupted your review.
The only thing is that I did like is that Devon Sawa was in it.
Oh, yes.
And I like him. I like him.
I like him.
He's in it as one of the detectives, so I liked him in it.
I liked him in The Fanatic, the John Travolta, the Fred
Is it
Durst
the Fred
film.
Durst
Yeah,
film? Yeah.
I fucking loved him in that. That's such a funny film.
Yeah, I think he's in like the Chucky
Yeah,
TV
he is. Yeah,
show.
he's in the series of them, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward for you watching this, Ken, because this will be our Valentine's Day episode next year.
Oh, well, you've given it a glowing review.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get stuck into that.
I wish I'd have written more notes on it, to be honest with you, but
Yeah, you have to watch it again then, won't you? Ha ha.
I've come not really prepared to say everything I wanted to, but we can get into it in the actual
What
episode.
I'll probably watch this. It'll probably be one that I watch with the wife first, and then I'll watch it again for notes. But yeah, looking forward to it.
You'll probably like some of the kills, but ultimately the film's a fucking dumpster fire, and no one's likable, especially the two leads.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Oh.
Yes.
The first film I watched in February, and we'll only briefly just touch on this one because I'm not going to review it because obviously you'll know it. It's Grease.
I watched Grease this month. This is on my list. Yeah.
Really? Well,
It's just came on Netflix.
okay, well, I watched it in Polish. How about that?
Oh.
It was on Polish TV, and Polish TV was on
Mm.
in my house. My wife's Polish. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Oui.
Yeah. I caramba. And it was just on. And she wasn't even in the fucking room. She left the room, went and phoned her mum in Poland. And Grease was just on.
She went all the way to Poland to phone her mom.
Yeah, mum lives in London. I thought that was weird. And all the dialogues in obviously dubbed over in Polish, but all of the songs are in English with Polish subtitles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so at least we got to enjoy the songs.
That would have been brilliant if they had someone Polish singing them.
It's just one bloke who dubs over everything in one fucking monotone. All the characters, men, women. Honestly, if they haven't paid for Polish subtitles to be done for the film, which obviously they wouldn't have done, it's fucking Grease. It's just some bloke speaking over the top. So you can still hear the English dialogue underneath, and then some bloke talks loudly over the top. But yeah, that was the first one I watched this month.
Why are you sitting there watching it? And it was the wife watching it with you?
No, she was in the room and Polish TV was on, and then
then
Grease started as she left the room and went upstairs, and I just thought, I haven't seen this for years.
Yeah,
So
well,
I just left it on.
This has recently been added to Netflix, and I love a musical, and so I whacked it on and added it on in the background while I was doing other things.
I enjoy Grease. I think it's funny. It's good film.
Yeah, probably be covered on the podcast, to be honest.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? Anyway, that was the first one I watched, and then later on that day, I watched Graveyard Shark. That's right, there's a shark in a graveyard. He's got a leather jacket on. It's a studded leather jacket, and he's killing people in a graveyard.
Nice.
Yep, won't dwell on that one either. 2024 film. If you want to watch it, fucking good luck to you. Pretty sure that's on Prime.
Is that the one that someone mentioned on Twitter, and then you sort of joined in, or or did you post a video of the?
Oh no, that was Mountain
Shark.
That was Mountain Shark. They said I don't know why I do it, and it was just like you're not on your own. Don't you worry about that.
Yes.
No, but the first film I was going to talk about was I watched Night Bitch.
Oh yes, based on a book.
Amy Adams.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was based on a book. Don't know what it was about. I actually thought it was a horror film. I waited for the entire film for it to get horror-ish.
No.
And it doesn't. And fucking hell. What's that all about? I mean, I don't know. I've said it before in the other films that I've been watching. I don't know whether it's just basically that all men are shit. But is this film about men being shit? Or am I just getting that vibe from all these films?
Maybe you're getting the vibe from the film a little bit, but also maybe. I thought you'd find it quite sexy, that film.
I'm not trying to say that all women are dogs. I wouldn't be saying that.
Well,
not here on the podcast, of course.
I bloody hope not.
No, but I don't know. I'm kind of there thinking that it's not everyone. Not everyone lives like that.
No,
it's not always the bloke's fault. But yeah, Amy Adams suddenly just turns into a dog. No, that's the end of that. What else have you watched? It's a good film. I just didn't expect it to be like that. I don't know what it was about, and I thought it was going to be about animal attacks. I thought it was going to be some sort of like twist on the werewolf genre, but it wasn't at all. And didn't really know what the fuck it was about, to be honest.
No. Well, I mean, Grease was one I was going to talk about.
No, well, fuck that.
But yeah, I did watch Grease. Love that film.
What about Grease 2? You not watched that one yet?
No.
Michelle Pfeiffer?
No, I know Michelle Pfeiffer's in it, but... And some of the...
It's got the lyrics, who's that guy on the motorcycle? What would she do if she knew it was Michael? That fucking lyrics. You don't get them everywhere.
That's true.
Yeah, quality.
There is some people from First Grease that come back for that, isn't there?
Frenchie does.
Yeah.
I know Frenchie does. I don't know if anyone else does.
I fancied Frenchie when I watched it again this time round.
Really?
You
dirty bastard.
And also the other one.
Danny.
That's it. No.
Crater face.
The other pink lady that isn't Rizzo and isn't
Sandy.
Yeah, and isn't the black-haired one.
Yeah, everyone fancied her.
Who?
The one you're talking about.
Yeah.
The one with the big fucking Madonna pointy tits that she's got going on.
Yeah, because there's one that's sort of eating all the time, not her.
No.
And not so, yeah, so that other one.
I know which one you mean.
Yeah.
I fancied her when I was a kid.
I didn't even really notice anyone except for Sandy back when I was a kid.
But to be honest, I kind of fancied Rizzo as well.
Rizzo just looks really old now, though.
Well, she was. She was like 30 odd when she did it.
It just seems like...
Whoa. We're doing an episode on Grease. Let's not do this now.
Okay, fair enough. Over to this other one, and I actually thought that I'd seen this years before, but it turned out it was a different film, and the one I watched was Overlord.
Yes. Oh, yeah, good film. Yeah.
Yes, and I thought it was a different film. Me and Ken discussed it. I can't remember what the hell I said.
Outpost.
Yes, very similar.
Outpost.
Very, very similar. But yeah, it's Nazis. It's about a troop that get sort of surrounded in a town, and there is a radio tower that needs to be brought down before D-Day happens so that the radar gets knocked out to allow the Allies to fly over. So that's their mission, but they find out that there are experiments going on underneath this radio tower to the locals and also fallen Nazis. So it's your classic zombie Nazi film.
Yeah, it's very well made, though.
It's really, really good.
Yeah,
I did not expect it to be that good. And I was watching it like, I've definitely seen this, but I'll whack it on. The opening bit in the plane's really good. Like all that opening bit to where they get to the town's really, really good. Good gore. The bad guy who is in Game of Thrones, the main bad guy Nazi, he's very good in it as well. You've also got Kurt Russell's son. He's in this as one of the main American soldiers.
Russell.
Wyatt. Wyatt.
I don't know.
Wyatt Russell, his name is. And just really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, so there we go. Overlord. Recommended if you haven't seen it.
Recommended if you have seen it. Watch it again. Fuck it.
No,
Why not?
yeah.
Why not? Go for it.
Well said.
Thanks. I watched Dark Match, a wrestling horror film starring Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I've seen this advertised.
Yeah, it's on Shudder. It's about a small wrestling troupe get offered the gig of their lives. Unfortunately, it would turn out to maybe the last gig of their lives.
My God.
Yeah, they get offered this match-up in an old abandoned sort of like compound kind of thing of a group. And it turns out it's all religious shit going on. Religious shit and the occult, satanic ritual. And the wrestling matches are in fact matches to the very death. It's all right, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. You know, I mean, there's a bit of decent violence in it. It's not a fucking amazing film, of course. It's not.
No,
it doesn't try to be, and it just cracks on with what it is. But I quite liked it.
Yeah,
quite liked it. Jericho's okay. Not in it as much as I thought he would be, to be honest. But yeah, it's quite good fun. It's on Shudder. Dark Match. It's got satanic wrestling. If that's the kind of thing that you like, have a look at it. It's low budget. It's horror. It's a bit funny. and it's got wrestling in it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
Have a go at that.
One film that I did want to try and see so I could include it in this episode, but I didn't manage to get to it just with editing and working and whatnot, was The Monkey.
Yeah, my son's seen that.
Did he enjoy it?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. I've heard that it's quite gory and it's funny. So it's a bit of a distance from his other two films, because this is
It's Osgood, isn't it?
yeah, Osgood
Yeah, it is,
Perkins, who did Longlegs and The Black Coat's Daughter. Both of those are quite unfunny.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Longlegs made me laugh.
Nicolas Cage.
It's
but
a great fucking
The
song.
Black Coat's Daughter definitely isn't, but they're very serious films pretty much, and this apparently isn't. So I'm looking forward to watching this, and apparently it's very gory. So
Yeah, I've seen a couple of contrasting again. Somebody said it's not funny enough to be a comedy, and it's not scary enough to be a horror. It's like, yeah, but you don't, it can be all right though, can't it?
Yeah.
It can be just a good fucking fun film.
yeah,
It doesn't have to be terrifying, and it doesn't have to be non-stop hilarious. You can put them both together and just fucking crack on with life.
Yeah.
It's not trying to change your world, is it? It's
like
a film about a fucking monkey for a start. It's not even real.
yeah,
So, chill your bollocks.
yeah. It's like a Shaun of the Dead. I mean, that's funny. You wouldn't say that's scary at all, though, would you?
It's not hilarious throughout. There are bits in it that are not that fucking funny.
Yeah,
A fucking hour and a half of just non-stop laughter. Jesus.
yeah.
What is?
Well, American Werewolf, that's funny in places.
It is, yeah. That's a horror comedy.
Mm,
Yeah, I'd put that in the bracket.
yeah.
But,
But I am looking forward to watching The Monkey. But I didn't get to watch it. What I did watch, though, is The Taking of Deborah Logan, which I had seen before.
oh yeah, good one, that. I like that.
But this is kind of one that no one really ever made a big deal of that I can remember. But it's one I've always sort of enjoyed and gone back to, especially the lead performance. The woman who plays Deborah Logan is fucking great in it.
Yeah, very good.
And there is some genuinely scary moments in that.
Yeah, it's quite fucking unnerving, I would say, rather than like jump scares or anything. But there's a few of them as well.
Yeah, because I'm a massive fan of found footage horror films when they're done properly, and this one is done in very, very well. It gets a bit fucking crazy towards the end, maybe. Maybe the end isn't the way I would have gone with it, but I think like all the lead up and when you're not sure if it's a mental illness or what's going on, even just her just sort of turning up behind the cameramen and things like that, and her deterioration.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's a very, very well made.
Yeah,
Keeps you on your toes where you're not just sure whether it is a horror thing or whether it's just a sad
mental decline
film.
Exactly, and and that's scary as well, watching a decline like that when you first see her from towards the end as well, when she's like self-harming and things like that. So I really would recommend that if anyone's not seen it. The Taking of Deborah Logan, found footage. Students go over to do it's like they're making a documentary for their class about, I want to say dementia, but it might be something else. I can't remember what it was that she's got. It's a degenerative mental disease anyway. Or is it? Or is there something more going on?
Yes. Good film. Good film and a good shout. If you haven't seen it, go for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That might be on Prime or Shudder or Netflix. It's on one of the three. If you've got all three, then you'll definitely be able to catch it. Cat shit.
Cat shit.
Yes.
Yeah. Have some cat shit.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you see, even though we're doing like almost serious reviews here, we can still say cat shit and make each other laugh. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
What else have I got? Oh, I watched Beazle or Beazle.
Mm-hmm.
No idea how to say it. They don't fucking say it in the film itself. It's a 2024 film. It is, again, mostly found footage, actually. And it is different stories of the same house being occupied by the same demon through different decades. I think it's through 6 decades. Thankfully, we don't get to see them in real time. That would take too long. I wouldn't have finished it. But I quite liked it. It's a witch that is in a basement, and people keep moving in. And if you feed the witch, then you become immortal. You just have to make sure that the witch is properly looked after. And it starts off really well. It's kind of like it's split into segments. I think there's 3 or 4 different segments of different people living there at different times. And it starts off really, really effectively with scares and I don't know. I just really liked it.
Mm.
I watched it with my wife, and I think after about 18 minutes, she just left. She left the room, never came back, and said I was a maniac. That was her parting shot as she left. And I was just like, do you want me to pause it? She was like, no, I'm going, you maniac. And I carried on watching it, and I just enjoyed it. I think she left as somebody's head exploded.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, God, always with the exploding heads with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. I think it's like...
Maniac.
Yeah, that's what she called me as she left and went to bed. Went to watch, I don't know, some shit upstairs. But I enjoyed it. The main part of it, I think, was the last segment, which was on for the longest and arguably the weakest of all of them. It was the bit we're supposed to focus on, but I just kind of felt a little bit, I don't really like these people.
No.
So it's just different people moving in and videoing themselves, and yeah, they were just the most unlikable of all of them. And yet that was the main segment we're supposed to watch. But it was a good film. I thought it was quite good. It was quite atmospheric and quite scary in places.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one to watch. Beezel, Beezel,
On
physical media.
Ah.
So I don't know if it is available yet. I imagine it will be. I think somebody will snap that one up and start streaming it. If you do find it, give it a watch. Worth it.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I didn't really watch anything new, so all I'm saying is the ones that I kind of rewatched. So, unfortunately, I was hoping The Monkey would be my main end of one, but I just didn't get around to it. So I'm going to recommend two others that I watched this month again that I really recommend. I'm going to do them both together because this time's cracking on with this. So I'll do them both together, one after the other, quick fire. I have got Session 9 that I watched.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Found footage, asbestos cleaning company go into an old sanatorium and they find tapes of sessions for patients.
You've seen it before?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, massive fan of it.
Oh, that's right.
One of my favourite found
I was
footage.
going to say, if you've only just seen this for the first time, shit, you've been missing out.
Yeah. And yeah, the asbestos people, they stumble across these tapes and start listening to them until they get to Session 9.
It's Davy Caruso, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so well done, this. Like all these found footage ones and stuff like that, and horror in general, it's good when there's just an underlying theme. It's not just scares, you know, there's a underlying theme to these films. This does have it. I love the performances. I love it's plausible why they don't leave, and it's plausible why they've set up cameras. It's all kind of, well, not I say plausible. It explains why no one's leaving and why the cameras are constantly running. Because in some of these, and that's the big thing, isn't it, with found footage? It's like, why are they recording it?
It is, especially the more modern ones that you get. It's just like, well, why don't they just like phone somebody? Why don't they, it's always something like you could do now, but you couldn't do in the past, which is why you get a lot of them that are set.
Yeah.
Right prior, which Beezel does as well. It's like, things do progress. Obviously, like there's more stuff that people can do once we get to the more modern footage.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I like Session 9. I think it's a really, really good film.
Yeah, and it was kind of like you never really heard anyone really speak about Session 9 when it came to like found footage horror. It seems like possibly only recently people have kind of. I always think this and Grave Encounters never really got mentioned that much.
That's a good one as well. Yeah.
But that's also a really good one. That's paranormal team do a kind of like a most haunted thing inside an asylum, and they get locked in.
Yep, very good as well.
That's really good. I never saw the second one, but my friend has, and he didn't like it. But
no, it goes downhill from the first one. It's kind of like just a cash-in sequel kind of thing.
Yeah. So Session 9, as I say, love found footage, and that for me is actually one of my favourites. Session 9, I absolutely love that film. You're a big fan of that one, did you say? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I've got it. I own this one. Got the old DVD on this one. But no, it's in one of you've got a top 10 of found footage. Surely Session 9's in there if you've seen it.
100%.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah. And the other one, which I'd also seen before, was The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Yes, another good one.
Yeah. Brian Cox. Not the scientist, the actor. He's in it. Our friend who replied, who reposted your comment about him. He's in it, plays the son. You know, you did the... trying to get your missus to watch the film, so show her this front cover.
Emil Hirsch.
Emil Hirsch, he
Yes.
plays the son in it. Yeah, and he retweeted that, didn't he? He liked that.
He did, yes. Our good friend.
Oh.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the podcast.
Emil Hirsch.
Emil Hirsch, yeah, he's in it as the son. Dad and son morgue team who they're about to clock off, but they get bought in a young woman's corpse, and it all goes downhill from there. And it is a really, really good horror film, that.
Imagine that. Imagine being a father and son morgue team.
Yeah, maybe we could write that and we could star in it together.
That would be great. Hang on a minute. Hang on a fucking minute. How many more are we doing?
I'm done, so you can.
Oh yeah, all right. In that case, I'll go for 3, but I'll go rapid fire as well.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll go in release order. Necrotronic.
love the name of it.
Yeah, it's a fucking fun film. Actually, it's a bit weird. It's Australian, and it's kind of like Ghostbusters, but with violence and swearing.
Nice.
He's this guy is a porta potty bloke who goes and cleans all the shitters on building sites and that. And it turns out that what he can actually do, he can see demons and fight them. Yeah, honestly, it's fun. It's good fun. Australian films are good fun because of the accents. The accents just make the comedy for me.
When you said porta potty bloke, you sounded Australian, so it's rubbing off.
Well, there you go. Then you say, well, obviously, hopefully, just the accent, not the porta potty stuff, because he does get covered in shit right at the beginning of this film. But yeah, he can also see spirits, demons, ghosts, and he's got to fight them, put them all back in like basically the Ghostbusters theme. He just gets rid of them, puts them all in a machine, and there's a team of them. The main villain is the beautiful Monica Bellucci.
Oh,
I know, yeah. She's the baddie, and turns out to also be this guy's mom. It's it's just one of these. It's a good fun fucking film.
do you know Monica Bellucci's dating right now?
No,
Tim Burton.
fucking hell,
I know.
the fucking weirdo.
I know. She's the main bad guy in the new Beetlejuice film.
Oh, bloody hell!
And I was like, why is she in this? And then I had a little Google, and yeah.
Yeah,
He went from Helena Bonham Carter to Monica fucking Bellucci.
Oh, fucking hell, nice one, Tim.
You ugly goth freak.
Yeah, but it's just good fun. It's good fun. It's on Amazon, and by the time we release this, it's probably fucking come off Amazon because it was on a limited time only, and it's been on my list for ages. And it come up saying however many days you've got left to watch it, and I thought, well, go on then, because I fucking fancy watching it. And I put it on, and I thought it was really good fun. It is funny, and it is violent, it's gory, but it gets a little bit superhero where they put special suits on and stuff. But
I kind of like the sound of that.
yeah, it is. It's a good fun
I'll
fucking
write that
film.
down.
It's a good fun film, and I enjoyed it. Got another one I watched. It's called Broken Rage. Broken Rage is a Japanese film, and it is Beat Takeshi. Now, Beat Takeshi, he was in Violent Cop, Sonatine. He was in he's in Battle Royale as the teacher. He was also in the film Brother. I love Beat Takeshi, and I love his Japanese films, and I love the fucking violent stuff that he does. And in this, it's a violent Japanese film, and then halfway through it, it shows you the exact same story, but in slapstick comedy form. Because he also used to be a comedian. He did a slapstick comedy show. He was a stand-up comedian. He did Takeshi's Castle. It was him. So the original
really?
Takeshi's Castle is Beat Takeshi, yeah. So it's like Takeshi Kitano is his name. So he's done all this stuff, like varied stuff. Comedy's where he started. Then he started doing that show. Then he's done like serious violent films. But he's always been incredibly deadpan in those, which never lent you the idea that he's also comedic in any fucking way whatsoever. So he does this in exactly the same fucking storyline in 2 different ways, and they couldn't be more different. The first bit is the proper serious Yakuza hitman, does all this, infiltrates the and does it all, and it's fucking great. The comedy section, I just don't get the fucking Asian comedy. It's too slapstick. It's too stupid. And
I think we had this, didn't we? With was it One Cut of the Dead? You weren't a massive fan of that, were you?
I love the film and I
Yeah.
love the idea, but the comedy part of it, it's too. I mean, I never liked the Jackie Chan stupid comedy bits. I didn't like the fact that you've got a fat character and they're just called Fatso, and you've got them like with a red nose and buck teeth. I don't like the stupid physical comedy that seems to be their choice of comedy. There were bits though in Broken Rage that did make me laugh in the comedy bit. So there were still bits that do transfer to what I find funny, but there were a lot of other bits where I just thought, oh, Jesus, I kind of feel bad for him. But at the same time, that's how he started. So he's got fans that do like him for that. So I'm not. I can't say that he's not funny because he's a fucking comedian. So what do I know? But I'm more used to seeing him do the stoic fucking assassin, straight-faced assassin, non-emotional face. He doesn't move his face. I know he had like an accident, so half his face was paralysed anyway. But he lent himself into that character by not reacting. He very rarely looks angry. He will kill people all fucking day, but he will not look like he's about to, like he has, or anything. He's got no fucking reaction to it, which is why his violent films are very, very good. Because he's fucking terrifying in the fact that he's not trying to hurt people, he just will. But I say, this is totally fucking different and it's really weird. This just dropped on Amazon without anyone telling anyone. It was just suddenly there. Worth a watch, but it's very, very odd. And it's a bit of a curveball. If you just like Yakuza films, just watch the first bit.
Yeah.
As soon as it says spin-off, turn it off. It's about like 20, 25, like less than 30 minutes. And then you've got a 30-minute Yakuza episode that's really good. So do that. And it's in Japanese, so you've either got subtitles or you've got the dubs. But it's worth watching, just very fucking unusual. Last one, Smile 2.
Oh, I've not seen it yet.
Yes, I watched Smile 2. I did say, and I've said this to a couple of people, I hope you haven't got to remember what happened in the last one, because I fucking don't.
Oh, I don't either.
And I was told, no, I'm pretty sure, as long as you just remember the general bit of it. The first thing you see in Smile 2 is 6 days later, as a caption, and it's like, oh, fuck. It's like, later than what?
Yeah.
It turns out it doesn't really matter.
Okay, good. So I can't remember anything of the first one except the basic beats of the
Yeah,
plot.
exactly. That's all I thought. I thought, oh, so people start smiling. That's it. Yeah.
You
One.
know what? Sorry, just my 2 cents on it. Doesn't Jack Nicholson's son look fucking just like him when he smiles?
Doesn't he just?
Fuck me.
Yeah.
I've seen like a
makes
still.
you wonder how he got the job.
Yeah, I've seen a still of him, and I thought, fucking, if they ever redo like a fucking Jack Nicholson film, just cast his son.
Just deep fake his own son in there.
Yeah, like they did Doctor Sleep,
Yeah.
but because it was what's his face who did it?
Ewan.
Yeah, no, who was the director, the guy who did fucking Haunting of Hill, Mike Flanagan.
Yeah.
Because it was Flanagan, he cast his mate doing the Jack Nicholson role. They should have just cast the son. That would have been fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, he is very, very good.
Yeah, it looks exactly fucking like him.
Not a big role, actually, in this one.
No.
No.
Don't need to. You literally just need to be on the poster, don't you?
But it's a fucking good one. Your mate's in it. The one from whatever the fucking
From
film.
the first one.
Some fucking America film.
Dinner in America.
That's the one, yeah.
He's in the first one, isn't
where
he?
he had lunch. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
He's in it. The opening scene in this is fucking brilliant. Honestly, really, really enjoyed the opening scene. You get when the credit appears, when the title turns up on the screen. Up till then, you're just like, fucking hell. And then, I don't know, it kind of just goes, huh. There are bits that are scary. There are bits that are good. There are lots of bits where you just think, oh, okay. It's quite similar to another couple of films in the way that it follows the characters that are recent.
It Follows?
No. No, that wasn't a clue.
Ah.
That was just a sentence.
Okay.
The characters it follows in the film. It follows. Which I won't tell you because then you'll be figuring it all out, so it won't matter. But yeah, the films that you will have heard of, probably have seen. I enjoyed it.
Nosferatu. Does someone have a big, majestic moustache?
Yes, and a big majestic cockle shell bay flapping in the breeze.
Ah, yes.
No, it's a good film. It's 2 fucking hours. I didn't expect it to
really?
be a 2-hour bloody film.
No,
Yeah, and it's worth watching. I don't think I'll probably bother watching it again.
no.
But it's worth watching, and there are some good bits in it. It's just the way that it all pans out. You kind of think. Even my son just said, "I bet whoever made this is really annoyed that," and then went on to name the films that I'm telling you.
Ah,
Also did it.
right.
Yeah, and better.
Yeah.
One better, one not. I'll leave you that to you.
Wow.
I know it's so complicated, but yeah, it's worth watching. I said I enjoyed it. I just probably won't bother watching it again. Got no reason to. But that first opening scene is very, very good. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And that's it from me. I've watched loads of others, but I'm not going to fucking bore you with them.
So are we done then? Is that our recommendations for the month?
Yeah, that'll do. Because the other ones, I mean, I've watched a couple of fucking shockers, but I might be using them for the end of year. Because there's been some fucking bad ones I've watched recent.
Well, Heart Eyes is in my end of year by what we're going off so far.
Really? Oh, one of mine's a brand new film. Yeah, just dropped on Netflix, but it would take some beating if that's not in my worst 5 at the end of this year. And that was February the 5th, already marked up as potential fucking nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, I stopped myself from really going any in-depth or anything with Heart Eyes until the end of year, because I have a feeling it's definitely going to be, if not...
You still won't be able to if you want to do it for Valentine's Day.
Oh, no, that's
you can't
true.
mention it 3 times in a fucking calendar year, you mad bastard.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, there we go then. That's some of the films that we watched in February. We had a little discussion. Most of the films I'd seen previously. I was hoping to get The Monkey in there for a nice little review for you, but it just wasn't meant to be. But, Ken saved us there with a couple of absolute beauties from this year. So, well done, Ken.
Oh, thanks ever so much.
It's about time you did something right on this fucking podcast.
Unless the listeners come in with, Ken, what the fuck are you talking about? That's brilliant. Or,
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, which by all means you can. You have the right to reply. You won't make me cry or anything, because I don't really give a fuck. But, you can say what you want. I'm whatever, man.
And on that note, thank you for listening. We're going to be coming back at you by the end of the month. But until then, thanks for listening. Stay safe, and we'll speak to you next time.
Ta-ta now.
Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the bad movie club. Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the bad movie club. Bad movie club.
Shut the fuck up, Ken.